This Coachella might go down in the history books as the most popular and expensive Coachella, even more than Baychella, which was almost maybe 10 years ago now, I think. I think there's a couple factors for why this is the most popular Coachella, and I'll explain that. But yesterday, when I thought my ticket got canceled and then StubHub fixed it, I was looking at the official AXS resale website, and a GA pass was $1,700, and I thought that was a lot for GA. 24 hours later, and it's gone up to $6,000. I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow, the day before the festival, the ticket goes up to $10,000 for GA.
This year's Coachella is shaping up to be one of the biggest and most expensive in history, possibly even surpassing the hype of past iconic years. There are a few reasons behind that, which I'll get into, but just to show how wild things are. When I thought my ticket got canceled, before it got fixed, I checked the official resale site and saw GA passes going for $1,700. Within 24 hours, that price skyrocketed to $6,000. And it wouldn't be shocking if it hits $10,000 right before the festival. Even though Coachella has just started, it's already descending into chaos. This was supposed to be a monumental moment, the 25th anniversary of one of the most legendary music festivals ever. Everything was lined up perfectly, especially with Justin Bieber's long-awaited return to the stage. But instead of celebration, the opening has been overwhelmed with drama, outrage, and confusion. What should have been a historic weekend is now defined by outrageous price hikes, last-minute cancellations, and logistical breakdowns that are stressing out even wealthy influencers.
How much does it cost to go to Coachella with receipts? So obviously I am not a brand-friendly influencer, so I had to pay for Coachella all on my own. And I'm going to Coachella with the entire Bop House, the assistants and stylists, so I had to get 12 tickets. We got 12 artist passes and a table at the main stage, and it ended up being $67,980. You guys know me, so obviously I booked a private jet, and a round trip to Coachella Valley cost me $37,498. We originally had an Airbnb booked way in advance for $29,000, but they canceled on us 3 days before the event. So we had to book another Airbnb, and that total was $83,375. And as I said prior, I got a stylist, and all of the clothes that she got me ended up totaling to be $5,000. So the total cost for 3 days at Coachella is $192,845.86.
People are being asked to pay thousands just to stay in places like laundry rooms, while others are spending close to $250,000 just to get through a few days in the desert. It's gotten that extreme, and it's only escalating. A major factor behind the frenzy is Bieber's return. This marks his first full performance in about 4 years after battling Ramsay Hunt syndrome, and fans have been eagerly waiting. There's also speculation that he might debut new music from upcoming projects, which has only fueled the hype. Some are even comparing the anticipation to Beyoncé's legendary Coachella performance. Unsurprisingly, tickets sold out in just 45 minutes, breaking records and leaving many fans scrambling. But all that demand has exposed just how chaotic the entire Coachella ecosystem has become. It's not just the festival, it's everything around it collapsing under pressure. The accommodation situation is especially shocking. Social media is full of listings that sound fake but are real, like a laundry room in Thermal, California, going for $1,300 for 3 nights. No privacy, no comfort, just a washer, dryer, and vibes. And it doesn't stop there. People are renting tents set up on trucks for around $1,000 or charging for literal floor space in crowded living rooms. Not even a bed, just a spot on the floor. It feels less like a luxury festival and more like survival mode. The craziest part? People are actually paying because options are so limited. Before we get deeper into this madness, drop a quick comment. Would you pay thousands just to attend Coachella this year? Or is this already way too out of control? And if you're enjoying this breakdown, don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories like this. At this point, Coachella feels less like a music event and more like a social experiment where hype, money, and desperation collide. With over 250,000 people flooding the area, locals are going all in on cashing out. This isn't just a side hustle anymore, it's full on profit mode. One of the biggest frustrations this year has been last-minute cancellations. Many attendees report that hosts are canceling bookings made months in advance, only to relist the same properties at double or triple the price. One group had their $7,500 house canceled just 2 weeks before the festival, only to see it reposted the next day for 2.5 times more. Even influencers aren't spared. Content creator Coco Moco shared that her tickets were canceled just 3 days before the event, only for similar tickets to reappear at higher prices. Although the issue was eventually resolved, she described the experience as total chaos. And she's been attending for 5 years, so that says a lot. Ticket prices alone are already pushing people out. GA is around $599, VIP hits $1,400. And that's before factoring in accommodations, food, or transportation. Once inside, everything gets even pricier. Meals are expensive, drinks are double-digit prices, and transportation costs are soaring due to demand. People are spending hundreds daily just to get around and eat. Then there's the influencer layer, private chefs, stylists, luxury transport, exclusive parties. It adds up fast. Some are reportedly spending tens of thousands just to maintain their online image. It might look glamorous, but behind the scenes, it adds serious pressure. For many, Coachella is starting to feel less about music and more like a luxury experience that's out of reach. Food prices alone, like $35 lobster rolls, $17 lemonades, and $23 cocktails, make it clear how extreme things have become. Just a snack and drink can easily cost $100. Reports say over 60% of attendees are using payment plans just to afford the trip. And then there are stories like influencer Sophie Rain, who revealed she spent around $200,000 for one weekend. Between private jets, luxury housing, tickets, and styling, the total was staggering, and it shocked people online. Many pointed out that amount could change someone's life, pay off debt, or cover years of expenses. That contrast has sparked major debate. While some can casually spend huge amounts, others are struggling to cover basic costs. And that gap is becoming more visible at events like this. On top of everything, ticket scams are getting worse. With demand so high, scammers are flooding social media with fake listings. They post believable offers, provide edited proof, and pressure buyers into sending money through apps with no protection. Once the payment is sent, they disappear. Some scams are so convincing that victims only realize the truth when their wristbands fail to scan at the gate. Imagine traveling all that way, only to be turned away at the entrance. At this point, Coachella isn't just expensive, it's risky. Between inflated prices, cancellations, and scams, it's starting to feel more like a gamble than a dream experience. All of this raises a bigger question. What is Coachella really about now? Is it still about music and culture, or has it become more about status, aesthetics, and clout? What do you think? Would you still go through all of this just to attend, or is it no longer worth it? If you made it this far, you already know this isn't just a festival anymore. It's a whole different level of chaos. So now it's your turn. Is Coachella still on your bucket list, or are you sitting this one out? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read everything. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next deep dive. Share this with a friend who's been thinking about going. You might save them thousands. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.